Today I'm going to show you how I built a mega desert city in Minecraft Survival. Make sure you hit subscribe and let's get straight into the video. Okay, so right now we're at the point where we're probably about a sixth or something of the way done on this city. We've got the main focal point here being this mega structure in the middle, which is based on a sort of Byzantine style temple. Which it looks really cool in the middle. This took ages to build, and this takes up a lot of the area that we've got going on. So we've got a big wall going around the whole side of it, and then what we're slowly doing is we've marked out areas that are going to contain different builds. And then you've got a market area, a port even down there. I've had to flatten out all of this terrain myself, so I will do a specific video on like how to terraform all of this stuff, but now I've managed to put all of this stuff in and I think I've got it looking pretty decent. But yeah, I'll give you a quick tour through this building because it's a mega structure. It's not quite finished, the interior yet, but this thing is ridiculous. And then other cool builds we've got include this big church. This just got added. I really like the interior on this one. We've got sort of in here, you've got a bunch of a sort of library area, but what we're going for is sort of a for this area at least, is sort of a cramped sort of style, put together a basic outline of what this is going to look like, and we're going to start making these buildings look functional. Yeah, I guess let's just get building. I'm going to get detailing all around here, and maybe we'll start working on the market soon. Okay, I'm going to start off with this factory build here. I'm going to bring up some different shapes and just try and make some archways along the way and make an interesting L-shaped sort of thing, and then keep bringing that back and create a back wall that is going to line up nicely with this. And then we're going to bring in some different detail blocks hopefully, so just like some barrels and some texture variation going all throughout, and then I'm going to bring in the archways at the top and keep adding more and more details with some fences, some slabs and some jutting out bits, and we'll bring on the back wall and then just finish all of the walls around it. Next I'm going to start working on the market area. I want to build up a little thing to put the market on top of, so I'm going to put in some packed mud on the floor and then make a little centerpiece in the middle that's going to sort of stand out from the rest of it, and then we can eventually start working on some market stalls that are going to go on top of this. So I need to dig out a sort of circular shape, an oval, and then create some moss on the top with some different detail blocks and some leaves, which looks pretty nice. Then I'm going to bring in an outline of coarse dirt around it. Next I'm going to work on a few market stalls that are going to go in this area. So we've got one on the corner here. I've gone for sort of longer shape, and I'm going to bring in some weird detail things with some slabs and some trapdoors. And then I'm going to put in some red and white wool alternating like that, and then some trapdoors along the top. It should make it look quite nice. And we got, yeah, that's a pretty nice market stall to start off with. Then I went a little one with some copper slabs, which looks really nice. Then we're going to go for a sort of diagonal shape, which is going to look a bit strange. I don't know, I'm not sure about this one, but we've got some yellow and white wool going in there, which looks really nice. And we'll go on to the next one. I think is another sort of longer shape. We're going to do a slightly different design though. Have some fence gates in there and different colours. So we've got some red and orange here. And some more trapdoors which make it look really nice. Next we're going to work on this outline of this building, so we bring up some stairs on the left side, then create another sort of L shape, and we're going to bring up some bits on the corners and then just add some basic texture variation in there. And then on the other side I think I'm going to put in a little canopy, so similar colours, so we've got the orange and white alternating. Then onto the next house we're going to bring up two different houses and have a staircase through the middle. This looks really nice when you get all the details in. And then you can add some extra buildings on the front, give it an interesting shape, and then we're going to mix in a few different blocks to give it some more texture variation, and also add a little stable bit on the side, bringing in all the blocks around the sides, and then we'll finish off with the roofs just with the pointy bits like that. Okay, so coming through here I'm building up a sort of district area. You haven't actually seen this before, but so I built up a path through the middle, and then I've put up some walls. Now I'm building this more like sort of a Crampton city, and I've used some mud bricks, and then we're going to have a bunch of sandstone going through the top, and I'm just going to keep extending this round, and I'll build up this bit as well. So yeah, we're going to keep extending this round and sort of make it the border to the market town, and then keep building up all of these buildings to make them bigger and taller, because it needs to fit with the scale of this big project in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to start with building up a mud framework all around here, putting some different mixture blocks in, some mud bricks, and then changing up the shape a little bit. I want a slight corner on there, and then I'm going to bring up sandstone above all of these, keeping with the same sort of shape, but poking out by one block to give you a nice overhang, and there you go. Okay, so next I want to build in a building on this side of this wall here. I built this building, but it needs something on this side, and then we need something to connect it into the mud area. And we'll also need to finish up all of the roofs and stuff for this build, but yeah, let's get straight into this building. Okay, so we're going to bring in a building here with sort of a staggered shape. Just going to go all the way around, and then with a staircase on the left side, and build up the walls with different texture variations, and keep putting in a second level, and then we're going to go up again with another level at where I marked out. So we're going to keep going up all the way to the same, similar height to the other building. So then we can put on a roof, and then bring in some detail blocks like some copper and a few up and down bits. We'll do that on the top, and then we'll bring in some leaves at the front and some archways, and that's basically it. Okay, so there's that building done. I think it looks really nice actually. I need to add in more leaves all around the place. I definitely like these sort of cut copper slab things that I've been putting in. This one's a bit smaller, sort of just comes down here. And then we've got a staircase going up to this nice, very nice interior going on in here, not really. But now what I want to work on is sort of adding in some roofs onto these things. So the way I'm going to do it is just with some mangrove slabs, I think. Because mangrove really pops against these colours, I believe. So what if we do something like this, and then just bring this all the way around, and then I'll go up again onto the next level. So we'll just keep bringing the mangrove slabs, leaving one block over. But the one problem with this is when we have two that are next to each other, like this might get a bit awkward coming in here. But we'll do something like that. That should work for now. But these buildings are quite sort of like, you can put them together quite easily because they're just like a facade really, and then you can build the back if you want to, but most of the time you don't need to. So that's what I've done in here. I've made all the buildings sort of come to a point, and then we've got a pathway going through the middle. So once I build up the walls, we'll have sort of a nice alleyway going on in there, and it should create like a nice street feeling down at the bottom because we're very like closed in down there. So that is the goal, and then we'll add a few more like details and carts, and slowly over time this city will become more and more like alive. That's the goal. So as we add more and more builds throughout, I think the market's looking really nice. I do need a couple more market stalls, I think, but I just sort of ran out of ideas for how to make them. But yeah, these mangrove slabs look very nice. I think they're a good colour actually, mangrove. I like mangrove. And I made some stairs, but I don't know if I actually need any. I might just make it all slabs. But I really like this way of building where you have like you have a lower level which then pops out to a higher level with like these different stairs in between it. That really works quite well, I think. And also you can have these archways. Like I have a lot of archways around because that sort of fits the style that we're going for. And then what I would like to do is some more of these little windows that I made. So I just made them with some trapdoors and oak fences. I think this works quite well. Just one in there would work. Like so. I'll keep adding a few of these around the place. But yeah, the next thing I want to try and work on is probably just finishing up these buildings, and maybe adding a couple more buildings around here. But I'll probably do this in a separate video. But I want to make a port area down here. So that's what we'll do. I need to terraform all of it and maybe make some ships and that sort of thing, and do something with this wall because it's currently just floating. But the city is coming together very well. All of this area is basically done. I might just fix up a couple of the buildings. This area is getting worked on as we speak, so they've sort of just done the first layer of buildings, and we're going to sort of add details to them as we go. And then there's the Colosseum, and then this area, there's a few buildings here, and in this area I want to make sort of a like building for other sort of realms to come and stay, other kingdoms. So these are going to be slightly different style of building. Then there's a cave that's going to go down to the port, and then there's the market over here that you've seen, and I need to build more buildings all around here. But yeah, we made quite a lot of progress today. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm going to keep working on this project, but I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.